Therapy, Bay. Smash a like on the video on your way in, people. How we doing? Big up, man like Raymond. You know, big up Raymond. Luke Shaw, how we come proud of? How we parallel? Not for me. I'm Man United forever. Big up, man. Big up, brother. Oh man, smash a like, people. Smash a like early, mate. Big up, Scuba. Sambuca, not Scuba. Sambuca. Big up, Tom. Tom, I'll send you the link. If you want to jump on, my friend, I'll send you the link. Send you the link, Tomo. I hope you're well. Tommy. Jump on if you can, Tom. I'll send you the link if you can do it. Big up to you. Big up everybody, man. Smash a like, people. Smash a like. Big up. It says Nuruddin Saeed. Love and respect, guys. Big up Therapy, as always. Yeah, big up, Tom. Hope you well. Check your Twitter. I've sent you the link. Some outlets are calling him world class face, blue smiling face, blue smiling, how fickle, bias. Who we're talking about, bro? We're talking about Tariq. Let me know who we're talking about. We're talking about Luke Shaw. So who we're talking about. But big up, people. Welcome. Saeed should be joining us soon. I'll send him the link as well on here. But big up to everybody. We're later than usual. Here he comes. Saeed's here. But big up, people. Love and light.
What are you telling me?
Bro, how many streams have we done today?
No, just the one this afternoon at 12 and then just now as well. So, yeah, man. Big up, man.
Okay, big up. We got Super 6 tonight. How was Super 6 last week? Did you bowl in there? Farm Team FC, yeah?
Yeah.
Last week?
Yeah. We last week, man, we just, you know what I'm saying, man? We just put it on them, man. You get me? We have to put it on these teams, man. A couple of the teams lost in that, so Tottenham and that, you get me? So, yeah. We're just saying it, man. So, tonight, we're playing FIFA tonight, so we're just going to be chilling tonight. No games, man. You like an international break? Do you like it? Because I enjoy it, me. I don't think saying the ball.
100%, Saeed. 100%. Because you know
why?
I
don't mind it, me.
Saeed, because you know what? Listen, if Manchester United were a proper football club, we were playing well, we were competing for trophies, we were competing at the top of the league, then you'd be like, F the international break. Like we used to when we were younger, like, oh, get rid of this international break.
Facts.
But at the moment, watching Manchester United, it's dreadful. It's an absolute snooze draw, mate. So what's the point?
Snowfest. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm enjoying it. I'm just relaxing, you know. I'm enjoying it what I can.
Yeah, big up, man. I forgot. You did a watch along the other day. Somebody sent me the link to it. But I had no
man.
internet.
Algeria.
I had no internet, man. I was out on the
it's all good, man. It's all good, man. We got a goal, man. We got a goal, man, at least against Algeria.
What was the score?
It was good, man. It was 3-1 Algeria, 3-1.
Yo, that's respectable, man. That's respectable, man.
I know, man. I know. So
they were playing Maris and that. They were playing Maris.
Yeah, Maris was playing. He wasn't really that good, you know. To be honest, he didn't really have the kind of impact that I thought he would have. But it's not going to be against the teams that like them. It's going to be more the teams in around us, like Uganda and teams like that, where we have to beat in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Big up, man. So we put passes together, combinations,
Yeah, man. Put passes together, a couple of goals and that. You know, we've got a goal at least. That's good, man. It was good to see actually there, man. World Cup qualifying, man, because you know the club, the country's been in a war torn for so many years, man. So it's good to see that we have a football team, man.
Nearly all of my life, sorry, nearly all of my life.
Yeah.
Heartbreaking, isn't it? Yeah, big up, Tom. Are we international man of mystery, or are we in the Seven Hills, or what?
Big up, guys. No, we're in London this time.
Woo! Hey, I told you. Listen, 00 Tom, mate. Forget 007. 00 Tom.
Do you know what's funny? Right? I was near London Bridge today, so I wasn't that far away from where MI5 and the headquarters is and everything. I was like, about 10, 15 minutes away on a project site, so wasn't too far away.
Tom's about. I told you, Tom's about.
Tom's about, mate.
Listen, by the way, stop falling for these things, man. If you listen, Manchester United couldn't even sign Amrabat on a permanent deal, but you got clickbaiters twerking for this BS bullshit about Edmund and all this from Bayer Leverkusen and this player and that player. Come on, man, behave yourself. Big up Khalees from Medina Chief of the United Real Therapy, by the way. Tom, so you good? Everything good? Listen,
yeah, good.
We got a bit of a jam-packed show for them tonight. So, can you retweet that, please, to show? Big up to you, bro.
Yeah. Just doing it now. Just doing it now.
Big up. So we got Luke Shaw. It's not. The question is, a lot of people twerking for Luke Shaw. Honestly, literally, they've got their G-strings down to their ankles. You know what I mean? They're literally like twerking for him. Literally, you know what I mean? It's a twerk festival for Luke Shaw. So the question is, Luke. The saying on this show is, anybody can agree to disagree. Is that Luke Shaw? It's not your savior, right? That's the first thing.
Yeah.
And then we look at the upcoming fixtures, and we look at the pressure that's going to put on Eric Ten Hag. Around Crimbo before even getting to Crimbo properly. And then the last one is miss me out with this 25% toxic positivity club, innit? I'm like, that's one big club that's getting bigger by the day, Saeed, but I'm not in it. We're not in that club. You know what I mean? I don't know if Tom is, but I'm definitely not. For me, that's it. So we'll hit on hard first of all. Saeed, Luke Shaw, been here for 9 years. Every time on a new contract, he dips out for a couple of months. The return of the Messiah. Apologies to those who are religious. The return of the Saviour for Manchester United. The guy who's coming back. Hold tight, Khalees Ramadin, Chief of the United Real Therapy. Make sure you follow him at Khalees Ramadin last season. Andre Onana is in series. All good, Andre. You're crap anyway. I might want to see something about this new Turkish goalkeeper anyway. So you just hold tight, lad.
He started for Turkey, man. Started for Turkey and he's played
That's
well,
what
to
I'm
be
saying
fair.
to you. So for me, I'll take him anytime. At the moment, there's no worries regarding Ten Hag's future at the moment. Listen, the next fixtures will tell us that anyway. So chill out with that one. Next CEO of Manchester United, 90% likely to be the man. Yeah, it means nothing to me if it's Glazonomics and Glazers. If Radcliffe takes over the football club, then Blanc, Brailsford, Mitchell, they all get a clean slate. But with Glazer ownership, nobody gets a clean slate, mate. They're all lying in bed with the vultures who've destroyed this football club. So, Saeed, I'll go to you. Luke Shaw, you excited about Luke Shaw, Saeed? Come on now. He's come to listen, Saeed, listen to me. He's coming like Harry Potter, coming with his magic wand, gonna come before we kick off, sprinkle all the magic, do all the magic things that the Harry Potter and them say, do all of that, put it on the four corners of the football pitch, make sure the players are bathing in that, whatever that magic is. Make sure everybody's connected and it's going to bring back Ten Hag ball. Are you ready for this?
Nah, mate. Listen, miss me with it, man. Honestly, yesterday, it was quite funny because there was a tweet got put out saying, breaking news, Luke Shaw set to return. And I just seen everyone just absolutely going in meltdown. I was like, in a funny way, because it was like, he's back. You know what I mean? The Saviour's back. You know, Luke Shaw redemption is back. World-class left back is back. And I was just like, you know, this guy's been here for 9 years. Why is everyone excited? And everyone thought I was just being negative for the sake of being negative. I said, listen, man, nothing's never going to change with Luke Shaw. He's inconsistent. He's injury prone still. And yes, he may fit what the manager wants, etc., etc. But I've seen this story before. So I don't understand why everybody, after 8, 9 years, is getting gassed again. You know what I mean? You see this rinse and repeat. You see this with other players as well. This is why we're in this kind of situations that I think, for me, every single fan out there, whoever's out there, by the way, not every single fan, should I say, but we always keep eulogizing the return of this player, the return of that player, and nothing ever changes. We're seeing the same shit. He's been part of the 7-0 dross. He's been part of so many bad victories and in positions where at left back he's been cooked. And we've been saying, you know, what's going on here? Same old Luke Shaw can't defend. You know, so I've just seen this story before, and I'm at that stage where I'm like, you lot just don't learn, do you? That's where my message came from. Whereas now, but Luke Shaw's back, it's season starts here. Listen, the season, there's so many bigger issues than Luke Shaw. You know, there's so many structural issues as to why we're playing badly. Not one player will just fix everything in magic. Boom, United are back. Everything's back. We're on a title charge, and everything's all good. We might play a little bit better. Which, listen, every team can play a little bit better. But ultimately, if it leads to nothing, then you know what I mean? It's the same old for me. So that's why I was like, oh man, you lot never learn, innit? That's where I was kind of going at them. You know what I mean? In that regards.
Tom,
you know
same
what I mean?
question to you, my friend. Come on now. Have you bought a new skirt and a new boots for I've ordered mine. It's on the post. It's coming on the post. Amazon Prime are taking the PS. They said next day delivery. I'm ready. I've even got the pom-poms ready, mate. A cheerleader. You know the pom-poms. I've ordered new pom-poms for Luke Shaw's return. Are you doing the same, Tom?
What? Get the party poppers out? What for?
No,
He's been here 9
pom poms.
years.
You know, like the cheerleaders, the pom poms.
Oh,
I've ordered a
party
full cheerleading outfit for him to come back. For Luke Shaw.
What for? He's been like
For his return.
He's been here 9 years.
No, but he's gonna come and fix everything. Have you not heard?
Wow.
Oh, let's build him a statue, Van. Let's build him a statue.
Get him a statue, man.
Get him a statue. If he's going to come in here and do all of this, listen, we had most of these players at the start of the season, and they were doing nothing together. So bringing one or two back's going to do nothing. Listen, none of our defenders this season, and I'll be brutally honest, Maguire maybe in the last couple of weeks, and Evans, they've not been too bad, those two, to be fair to them. Everybody else have been shocking for all the season. Varane, every time he's played, shocking. Even when Martinez wasn't fit, and when he was fit at the start of the season, I don't think he was brilliant, guys. He wasn't the Martinez of last season. And we can say that there might have been a bit of a layover with the injury that he had. And
no, it was definitely.
He was
not fully fit from. He did zero recovery. He was injured while he was playing. Let's be right here.
Yeah. But Argentina, I would say, are to blame for that most of the time anyway, because they took both of our players in that international break in Garnacho and Martinez. He went away on that duty.
For that, Tom. I blame the club for that.
Yeah, I blame the club as well, as much as letting the player go anyway. But even in saying that, like I say, with Shaw coming in, do I really think it's going to improve us? Probably not, no. No. And my biggest question is, where do you play him right now? Because if I'm being honest with you, the way Maguire has played in the last couple of weeks, I don't think he deserves to be dropped. I actually don't. I think he's been okay. Especially at left, if you play him at right side of centre back, I think he's been doing quite okay. But that has been next to Johnny Evans, so he's built a little bit of a partnership. Although it's short term, it's a partnership. But Johnny Evans is obviously gone now for a couple of weeks. So do you put Shaw in at left back, because we're not even using Reguilon right now as a loan option? So I don't see the point in that. Do you put him at left-sided centre back? What does he do? I honestly don't know. But if you put Luke Shaw in there, do I think it's really going to shore anything up? Probably not, no. Because at the end of the day, we've conceded goals off of A, individual mistakes, and B, not being able to play out from the back. Luke Shaw, when he has the ball at his feet and a player runs at him, he shits it and he passes backwards. That's the one thing that he has. And the only thing that I can take as maybe a positive for Luke Shaw coming back in the team is last season he had a decent bit of chemistry and partnership with Rashford on that side. So it might fire something up that Rashford has that familiar player behind him again. So it might ignite Marcus Rashford's season again. But these are all ifs and buts, guys. And if it was as simple, like you were saying, Nuruddin, if you bring in a fully fit Martinez back into this team, that's a difference. That's a difference maker, because he's one of our best players and our best defenders. Luke Shaw, for me, I don't think he is. I really don't. The guy shit when we went away to Liverpool 7-0 last season. So even going away to Everton, mate, hold tight. Because the way that Everton are right now, they feel like they've been vindicated, scandaled, everything. So if you're going to take your anger out on anybody, Manchester United, mate, Luke Shaw just come back from an injury. Yeah, you're going to break his leg again, mate, when he's running back to his own goal. But hold tight at the end of the day. But I don't think he's going to make as much as a big impact as many people think anyway. And even in saying that, Nuruddin, he's had is it 2 or 3 month layoff? The guy might not even be fully fit. Might not even be fit properly to play a full 90 minutes. So you might shit the bed there anyway. You're on mute, Nuruddin.
Remontado. Yeah, you're on mute, Nuruddin. The thing is for me, though, is I feel like for me, we have to have this objective view of Luke Shaw. The problem is a lot of people, they've got these these favourites and whatnot. Like, I'm just kind of tired in it, and this is an issue where where does this football club go? If we want to be serious, we've got to get rid of all the deadwood out of the football club. But we've given Luke Shaw a contract again. That was another thing I was like, who's giving that out? Is it John Murtough? Is it the manager? What's happened there? You know what I mean? Is it a case of now we're secured? I still think we need 2 fullbacks. I still think United need 2 fullbacks. If Shaw becomes a left-sided centre back as a backup option, I have no issue with that. But at the same time,
position. That's the only position actually he looks all right. But as a fullback, missed me out with that. He's horrendous.
Yeah,
He's
but
absolutely
that's what I'm trying to
horrendous.
say.
Honestly,
I
the
feel
only
like for me,
position he's ever looked good in is centre half, left back, centre half. That's the
yeah,
only position he's and especially if you play wing backs as well, he's looked good there. Remember when Ollie against Liverpool played as the wing back, and Ollie and he was the third centre half in a back three.
yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing
So
is,
for
though,
me,
this season we're meant to play a bit more kind of on the front foot, like with last season there was a lot of like it wasn't low block, but it was very very much a case of we defended deep, we defended very very resolutely. Like this season's going to be different, so the way we defend this season, it's going to be a little bit more different. It needs to be a bit more kind of like second season now. We can't just be saying right, Luke Shaw's better recovery pace. We need to see now an evolution to what we're trying to play. We're going to see how we play, better. And I think the season's going to be more intense as well. There's going to be more games. Can we afford to do that as well? Like I said, it was a trial that happened last season. This season is a different way of playing. So how the manager views it this season, because you got to remember, look how many players last season was the manager's favourites, and this season, all of a sudden he don't rate them anymore. So the manager can change, like the manager can change what he wants. He very, very much has flip-flopped his kind of philosophy. Last season it was a different way. Now this season, we've not seen anything of it. All of a sudden now Maguire is at the forefront of what we're doing now. All of a sudden now, there's certain players that are playing and not playing. So there's so many things that have changed from last season. Who knows? We thought Amrabat was going to be the key for us in that midfield. That hasn't happened. Casemiro's now fell out with the manager a little bit. Varane has. So what has worked last season doesn't necessarily mean it'll work this season. So there is a lot of kind of speculation as to whether certain players will just go straight back into. Who knows? Luke Shaw might not be straight back into the team. It's not a gimme. It's not as straightforward as that. So we'll see, man. We'll see.
Now, 100%. Big up Alien Tenor for the super chat. It says Nuruddin Saeed. I'll add Tom. Cheerleaders. Oh my days. Yeah, man. We got the pom-poms out for Luke Shaw, mate. Because Luke Shaw, apparently, has got the magic wand like Harry Potter. Is going to fix it up, man. Fix the team. Fix Ten Hag. Fix everything. Fix the whole football club. No chance, mate. Not a chance. Big up to everybody, man. Please smash a like. Big up Stephanie Griffin. 35 likes and there's over 130 of you in here already. Come on, smash a like.
Come on, man. That's
subscribe
crazy.
To the channel
That's
if you're not already subscribed.
Man.
Listen, this channel is shadow banned. Certain people can't see the video even when we're live. So please make sure you share, like, subscribe, let people know about the channel, man. Listen, we always shout the human rights of everybody on here, man. People, what's happening in the Congo, the Sudan, and what's even more pressingly, what we can see now, the shocking genocide that's taking place in Gaza, in Palestine, and see what's happening to them while the cowards, worldly leaders watch and see. Big up to all those world leaders. Big up to the Irish. Up the Irish, always up the Irish, man. Ireland and a lot of Latin America, a lot of the Muslim and Arab countries, a lot of the leaders all saying, no, this has to stop. But we see that. So we don't mind that. We don't mind. We just need to let people know that we're being shadow banned, that with some aspect of it, we're getting demonetized. So it's all good. If it means that I can shout for Palestine, do by any means. But let people know about the channel, people, because here we are headquarters of Rebel, mate, the Rebel group. We always stand for humanity. We're against any hatred, regardless where it is. We're against any dehumanization, regardless where it is. So let people know about the channel, people, and smash a like on the video. For me, Luke Shaw ain't solving Jack. And like Tom said, Tom hit the nail on the head before. He said, how can he come back and come straight back, right, into the Everton game anyway? Like, how can he? When you know that's not going to happen. And then we got Galatasaray, and then we're playing I think game every week. We're playing 3 games a week anyway. You know what I mean? We're playing on a Saturday, playing midweek, then a Saturday again. So it is what it is for the next 2 games. Anyway,
a lot of games.
For the next month, innit? Because we're going to find out where we end up in Europa or where we end up. You know what I mean? We can't see us getting 3 points.
Bro, please, man. I'm genuinely, honestly. I'm genuinely fear, man, because we need to.
Listen,
oh
lads,
my God!
Set the record straight. If we go in the Europa League, I'm not watching it.
Me
get to the final. I'm boycotting it. I'm not watching it.
Yo, if we go Europa League, oh my God, man, this is gonna be embarrassing, man. Embarrassing.
And then when we get knocked out of that side, it'll be even more embarrassing.
Who's top G? Somebody say Nura. Thoughts on the top G? What does that mean?
No idea. Top G.
Bill Different, let her know what you're talking about, bro. Big up to you. Maguire will be Maguire when he starts to play teams with credentials. Of course, we saw it against Liverpool and we saw it against Copenhagen. Copenhagen are not even prime, and he conceded 4 goals against Copenhagen. And it was basic crosses in the box. So I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, mix me out with all of that BS, man. Like, honestly, it's shocking. Absolutely shocking. Like, when I see what's going on at this football club, man, and I see what's going on at this. But yeah, Luke Shaw, people, I'm sorry to say, but Luke Shaw it's not going to fix it all. I would love him to fix it. I love him to fix it, but he ain't going to fix it. No person can fix this unless we get the toxicity out of this football club. And we do that by starting with getting rid of the Glazers. Because fish always rots from the head. You can't keep the fish while the head is rotted, mate. You throw it away. That's how it is. So we need them gone. But listen, let's get into it. We're just talking about the fixtures. A lot of fixtures coming up. So I'll go to you, Saeed. Man, let me just find the fixtures, right? Let me find the fixtures. If I'm not mistaken, we have basically got... Let me see if I can find the fixtures. But basically, Saeed, it is wham bam. It's relentless now till it's Crimbo. And then even when it comes to Christmas, then it goes up a notch. So what are you thinking about the upcoming fixtures and the pressure on the manager? Because I think the pressures on the manager are going to increase drastically.
Yeah.
Once Manchester United start losing games against teams that are who are not here to mess about. You know what I mean? Massive pressure. To me, we're out of the Champions League already. We couldn't even get a draw at Copenhagen. We lost that, so that's Manchester United. Good night, Vienna. That's good night, Vienna for me. Unless something miraculous happens, where we basically United basically do the impossible and go and win there, and hopefully then Copenhagen get badly beaten by Bayern Munich. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what you
Copenhagen,
think?
you never know, man. They could get a result, man. You never know, because Bayern Munich could be chilled out by then. But Galatasaray will be. That'll be their cup final, you know, man. That'll be their cup final, man. Because if they lose that game, that's pretty much them done, man. You know, let's be honest, man. So they need to get a result here, like a massive, massive result. Oh man, it's gonna be tough, man. I just look at it and I look at, you know, the situation, you know, how we've got ourselves in this situation is crazy, you know, but it's gonna be relentless, man. The Premier League as well, got some tough fixtures there. Everton away, that's gonna be tough as well after what happened to them as well. You know, we're playing them at the wrong time as well. So I don't know, man. I'm concerned, man, because I always said, you know, we have got 3 wins out of 5 or whatever the thingy was, you know. It is great on paper, but the reality is that the tough fixtures are coming. How do Man United get themselves out of that? You know what I mean? Back-to-back games. You know, Chelsea game I'm looking at as well. You know, that's going to be a tough game as well. So Newcastle away, it's going to be a daunting time for Man United, man. So strap in, man. This is why I say, man, when people say to me, "Oh, international rank's boring," I said, "Bro, you won't be saying that in a couple of weeks." You know what I mean? You won't be saying that. So I don't know, man. I don't know what Ten Hag's got. I don't know what Ten Hag's got up his sleeve. I really don't. I don't know what he does. Does he play pragmatic and sit back and then hit them on a break? Does he just chill out? You know, I don't know, man. I don't know what he does. I really don't.
Yeah, so here we go. Listen, this is what we are, people. Let me just go and make that smaller. 1 second, so that you can proper see the fixtures, people. You can proper see it. It's not that one. It's this one. There we go. Can you see there? So can you see people there? We got Everton.
Yeah, we can see.
We got Everton.
We can see it.
We've got Newcastle away. We got Chelsea at home. Bournemouth at home. Liverpool away. So let's go by it, people. Let's go by it.
And we've got Galatasaray and Bayern Munich in between all those fixtures as well.
Yeah. So let's have a look at it. Obviously, hold tight and solidarity to the Everton fans. I think them fessing up that they overspent 19 million and then getting 10-point deduction is ludicrous for me. It's absolutely ludicrous. So I think maybe at least 5-point deduction for that. But 10 points is a bit too much for me. So solidarity and love to Everton fans. Big up Alex, big up Sheila, big up Dan.
Yeah,
you know.
Big up, man.
All my big Evertonian fans. Hold tight to them and solidarity. But Saeed, why couldn't they charge them the week after we played them? Why is it? Because you know on Sunday, Goodison is going to be rammed. You know they're going to absolutely do. Basically, what Sean Dice is going to do now with the fans and the players is us Everton against the world. Siege mentality.
They've already said they're getting banners, they're getting pyros, they're getting flares ready. Like, you know, United bus is going to get, you know, it's going to be,
mate.
intense. And you know what's mad? Yeah, people don't know about the Everton Stadium, yeah, but it's very, very close to the council estate. You know, it's old school. It's tough, man. I've been to a lot of Everton aways, yeah. Got beat 4-0. I think we drew one time 1-1. You know, it's tough ground, you know, man. Tough ground, you know.
I've been there, Saeed. You know what? Luckily, I'm not lying to you. Manchester United better sort me out a ticket. Because when I go there, United win.
There you go.
I've
never been as good as them when we've lost, you know. I've never been.
No, you have. Have I? Was you not there with the 4-0? Was you not there with the 4-0?
No chance, Saeed. Are you kidding me? No way was I there.
I think you were there with the 1-1. You were there when it was 1-1. Maguire got a...
Maguire
got the equaliser. What was that? 1-1?
Well, yeah, man. Me, you, Aaron, and that we went to the game.
With the goal, wasn't
was that 1-1? Okay, that was the only draw.
They scored.
That's probably the only draw.
They scored and then VAR ruled it out, didn't they?
Yeah,
VAR ruled it out.
Yeah, throughout the years, every time I've been there, United have always won. I was there last season. Ronaldo, Casemiro, brilliant pass. I was there, left foot Ronaldo, bang, 2-1, see you later. Nutmegs, what's his name? The goalkeeper, Everton goalkeeper. Pickford gets nutmegged by Ronaldo. So I'm not lying to you. Throughout majority of my life, actually, that's the ground where I've been the most, actually. That I used to go to Blackburn a lot. Bolton sometimes, but I used to go to
Blackburn, Blackburn,
Everton. And Everton. I used to go to Everton a lot. So hold tight. So for me, I've never seen Manchester United lost there. I've not seen Manchester United lose there. I'm not. In all the years.
Someone get Nuruddin a ticket. We need it. We need some. We need a lucky charm.
Get him there, man.
For me to be there on a Sunday,
Get him there, man.
For me to be there, man. For me to be there, definitely. 100%, man. It is. So for me, I don't know why I share that one. I don't know why I share the wrong one. I think I shared the wrong one, people.
What are you looking for? What are you looking for?
Let me just go back 1 second to the fixture. So I want to go through it. There we go. So there we go, people. There we go. So for me, Newcastle away, that's Saeed's worst nightmare. So Saeed's always having a meltdown. One team Saeed has his meltdown, saves his meltdowns for is Newcastle. Saeed saves his meltdowns for Newcastle.
That ground, man. I'll never forget that ground, man. Went there.
It was short staff. Was it short?
Yeah,
it was the young boy.
Matty Longstaff.
Matty Longstaff. Does he football anymore? What happened to him?
Nah, he's not playing anymore. He's not found a club. I think he's been released.
Free agent,
he's peaked. He's peaked at that age, and his only glory, his claim to fame is he can go to and get a drink out for the rest of his career. I scored a winner against Manchester United. And Saeed had a meltdown about Rashford.
All right.
Bro, and this is why, and this is the thing. This is why people say to me, Saeed, you got an agenda against Rashford. But I've been calling it out when he was started at, when he started up. When he was 19 or something, like 20, you know what I mean? Come on, man. There's no agenda. I see the same stuff over there. So
no, but the people don't understand about match cams, right? You're just giving an opinion about what you saw. That's it.
What you saw.
That's what you give an opinion. Yeah. Somebody's asking me about Top G. Andrew Tate is a disgraceful human being, mate. He's a disgrace. He might say a couple of things that are maybe, if you want to be.
He's got an interview tonight, He's got an interview tonight, with Piers Morgan.
Oh,
and he's, I think he's talking about Palestine and whatnot, and etc. So it'll be a good, interesting interview to watch.
Nah, listen. At the end of the day, I'll be shocked if he knows anything about what's going on in Palestine. I just hope for his sake, people around him have educated him, and he won't make himself like a fool, because that's not his topic of conversation. He just knows about how he was a boxer. The only thing I'll say about him that he was apparently a really good kickboxer. Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
But in terms of a personality, what he does is called rage farming. I can do the same. I can come out and go, women are this, people are this. It's about a Bugatti. It's about this. I can do that and rage farm. So if you want to know about who Andrew Tate is, he is a person that goes on there to rage farm. And if you're there, then you're going to get lots of clicks and lots of followers. If you say these horrific things about women and people, you're gonna get that. So for me, that's all right. But in terms of him being a kickboxer, brilliant kickboxer, world champion and whatever. But as somebody who's got this online persona to get clicks, no, I'm not here for that. Because I promise you now, you know me, I have never. Saeed will tell you, people, people used to think that people who I chat to in the spaces, they think that I put it on. No, this is who I am. They see me outside the ground going crazy. They're like, yeah, you're like that in real life. Like, I don't know what to be anywhere else than who I am.
Oh, God.
It's not like that in real life. It's not like that. It's all online persona. He's an actor pretending with all this BS that he comes out with. So for me,
no, there's some things that I do rate what he says in terms of how, you know what I mean.
So, let me say something to you, right? Let's break it down quickly, right? Let me just break it down quickly, right? He says, "Oh, the global elites, the global elites, the corporations, they want you to work like dogs." But then he's pushing the same capitalistic thing. So he wants, how are you're gonna have to go into bed with these people to make that money that you want to make to buy the Bugatti. Like for me, anybody who ever attaches their value to a piece of material, it shows me how vapid you are as a human being. Like the only thing you got to offer to humanity is a Bugatti. Like, and sex workers.
Yeah, I get what you mean, materialistic. You should never be kind of almost, I know what you mean.
How can you say then he be then promoting what the multinationals want you to promote? So for me, he doesn't know whether he's coming or going. I swear to God, in a debate, get me 2 minutes on camera with him. I just say to him, why are you basking about Bugatti? Do you know who owns the Bugatti? Why are you trying to brainwash young people? Do you think anybody can go and get a Bugatti like that? No. Multinational corporation and hyper-capitalism runs and the world is unequal. Yes, it doesn't take an absolute genius to go, the game is fixed. Yeah, we see world governments in terms of tax breaks, in terms of tax dodging. I mean, we've got a tax dodgers, the Glazers in our own, they run our own football club. You know what I mean? Manchester United are registered in the Cayman Islands. Why? To tax dodge. So they don't pay tax in this country. Jim Radcliffe lives in Monaco. Why? So he doesn't have to pay tax in this country. You know that? He can only be allowed in this country, it's like 60 days, I think. Is it 30 days or 60 days?
Yeah, of course.
And then he has to go back to Monaco. So this idea, like, it doesn't take an absolute genius. It's not top G philosophy to go. And you know what? Forcing young women into sex work, that's not a way you make the Bugatti. Bugatti. Like, no, I'm sorry. That's not the way you do things. So for me, how you try to become like these vultures, like the Glazers and these people, right, who just come into anything, buy anything and wreck things and think because they got money, they got a right to do it, then how can you be against them, then inspire to be them? I don't get it. I just don't get it. And then he pretends to be a Muslim. I'm like, yo, we've seen that before. Mike Tyson made a career out of it, pretending to be a Muslim. Mike Tyson now standing with the Israeli army when they're bombing the shit out of Gazans. Come on now. Come on. I'm sorry, I just pay too much attention. So Top G, if you like rage, if you like people who go viral, then he's the guy for you. For demonizing a whole section. Everybody's got a mother. Everybody's got a sister. Everybody's got an auntie. Everybody's got a friend who are a woman. You don't want anybody to be treated inhumanely, dehumanized. But unfortunately, that is the thing that gets you clicks and ticks online.
Yeah.
That's what it does. So
listen,
sorry,
Nuruddin, listen, let's move on from this. I don't want to talk about misogynist influencers like Andrew Tate, mate. Fuck the lot of them.
Yeah.
So
at the end of the day,
it's what it is. Anyway.
Listen, and you know what? Anybody can sprinkle bits of truth, what you think is the truth, but then try to condition you to think in a different way. So at the end of the day, it's what it is. But Manchester United fixtures, I don't see Manchester United getting it. Well, Newcastle, to be fair, they've got injuries as well. So, but they
got injuries. Everyone's got injuries already. That's the thing, though. I don't want to use injuries as an excuse. Like everyone has got injuries. Like everyone's the same. So this 100%. Idea that everybody's got injuries. It's just you have to use a squad. We're not using the squad well. Look at Amrabat's still there, not used. There's a lot of players that have not been used. So
and I'm not gonna
injuries
lie
cannot be an excuse.
Yeah, and I'm not, to be fair though, Saeed, one thing I would say though, Manchester United have had, big up Khalees from Medina last year. Khalees posted it before. So 196, by the way, big up Khalees from Medina last year with a stat. Let me just get to this stat, by the way. Let me just get to this stat quickly. Let me just get to this stat quickly. It's in my inbox. Khalees inbox it to me. Big up Khalees Medina last year. He's basically said this. Can you see that? So 196 injuries in the Premier League this season, right? That's a 15% increase compared to the past 4 campaigns. Why do we think?
Wow.
Well, because you had one of the worst. You had basically. Can you see that on the screen, people? Yeah. You had a World Cup, and then you had every 3 days there was a game. Do you remember what the World Cup, the fixture build up? That to me is the
of course.
And the other thing is that it's going to even get worse because next season, Europa and the Champions League are going to be more games if teams do qualify. So, and then soon they want to bring World Club Champion, whatever thing is called. So it's going to be ridiculous. At the end of it, it's the amount of games and the rest in between the games. So it's not just the games. It's the volume of games, but it's the rest days in between the games.
But the thing is, it's also these pointless kind of games that we're playing. These Euro Nations. These friendlies as well. And obviously as well, it's the fixtures as well. I just look at the fixtures as well. They're not carefully looked at as well. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of volume of games. Sometimes 12:30 kickoffs. I look at them and I'm like, do you need to put 12:30 kickoff when they've just come back from South America and etc. Europe and whatnot? So I look at it, I think, there's so many situations where I'm like, you don't need to do that. And this is where my head's at. And listen, I think for me, there's 5 subs now. There's ways you can get around it, but at the same time, it's like the quality of the game will go away a little bit as well because you'll have all these injuries and whatnot. Like you don't want to be playing teams that don't have their best teams, man. Come on, man. For the Premier League, it will kind of even itself out. Later on, you won't have that 100%. Player playing for that team and etc. Like, what I mean? You won't be able to get the point. So I want everyone to kind of have their full. But you're never going to have that though, innit? But
the biggest thing is this. Saeed, the biggest thing is this. Just to say to Tom as well, Tom. Manchester United have had 14 players injured in that 196. That's a lot, Saeed. I don't think anybody in the Premier League has had more injuries than Manchester United this season.
Yep.
That's a lot. So I know that you say, manager can't, but you can, Saeed. When you've had 14 players injured since the beginning of the season, I'm sorry, that is a lot. If that was during the whole season, I would say stop. You know what? That average itself out because that's the whole season. That's over 38 games in the Premier League, and that's over how many games we play in the Champions League or the Cups, But we've only played 12 games, Saeed. To have 14 players injured, that is a high number. But Saeed, guess somebody who predicted that? Do you know who that person that predicted that?
Yeah, but I get what you mean. But at the same time, I'm one of them where I'm like, I still think for me, managers are getting away with a lot, like in terms of rotation. You got 5 players you can bring on as a sub. We always bring on subs late. This is not good enough, man. You know what I mean? You can get away. Impacted injuries are that they're something that you can't control. These injuries that come out of nowhere, Lissandro. To be fair, Lissandro we could have controlled, but the Gavi injury you can't control. Like, these ACLs, other ones like that, you can't control that. But the ones you can control is impact injuries. How many games are you playing them? Frank Ten Hag does not rotate. That's what he doesn't do. And for me, that's not good enough, man. You need to rotate.
Yeah, now 100%. Just to go on yesterday's game, 100% Saturday. I understand that. But he didn't trust the rest of his squad last season, so he's not going to trust them this season, is he? You know what I mean? He didn't trust them. Last season. And I predicted it. I swear to God, people, I wish I was wrong. I genuinely wish I was wrong. I predicted that because I saw it happen to Liverpool. Remember Liverpool? They went for 4 trophies. It took every cup to the last kick. They won the League Cup and the FA Cup. They lost out on the Champions League and lost out on the match in the Premier League on the last day, right? So that the season they started, that's why they're in the Europa League. At the end of the day, if the question is, Saeed, to you in terms of the fixtures, is that would he be allowed to see the season out, Erik ten Hag, or do you think if he loses a lot of those games that we showed, Everton, Newcastle, Chelsea, and we see how Chelsea turn up against the big teams, Saeed, have you seen it this season? Chelsea turn
Yeah,
up
no.
proper against the big
That's why I
teams. Yeah,
said, man, Chelsea will have a good season, man. I genuinely think for me, they were in the right direction. I know we can banter them or whatnot, but I've been impressed with them in against the top six, man. They've been very, very good. They've had a game plan as well, man. So against the top six, man, they've been very, very good, man. So Chelsea, as much as I banter them, yeah, against the top six, you got to give it to them, man. You got to give it to them. So listen, man, we just got to do our job as well, man. We got to do our job, Northern. But Chelsea, they'll be fine, man. They just need to get. They're gonna have to do. They have to win against Newcastle. They're gonna have to beat. Do we play Newcastle after Everton? We do, don't we?
yeah.
So
It's
we're
the
gonna have
next
to
key
hope that.
game. Let me just have a look. Actually, let me just
Wow.
have a look because like the fixtures will tell us properly on here. Let me just see.
I think they played them
One-
twice,
1 second here.
Newcastle.
1 second. Yeah. 1 second here. Let me just go to Manchester United, right? So I'll tell you exactly what
Apparently,
games,
Isak's
the
back.
order the games that are in, right? Let me just get it up on here. Let's just get it because I think it's going to be squeaky bum time, Saeed. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
Squeaky FC, squeaky bum time
Yeah.
FC. Here we go.
There we go.
Let me get to this, Saeed, right? Let me show you this, right? So actually, can you see it, people? Can you see it? Yeah.
And Newcastle got a tough running, as well.
So
They got
yeah,
a tough running.
Yeah. So can you see that side? So we play Everton next Sunday. Then on a Wednesday,
Yeah.
we are 5. By the way, let people know. Might have to finish work early because it's 5:45 Manchester United Galatasaray, basically. Next one
Oh,
on
yeah.
Wednesday. It's 5:45 people. And then we go to Newcastle, Saeed, on
Yeah.
on that Saturday. It is 8 o'clock kickoff. And then on a Wednesday, we've got Chelsea, the 6th of December. We've got Chelsea at 2:15 night at home. And then we go to Bournemouth. The Bournemouth is a 3 o'clock kickoff on a Saturday. Then it is by Munich on a Tuesday, 12th of December. And then the 16th is Liverpool. So you see that there. So the fixtures ain't, you know what I mean? Fixtures ain't here. So in between when we play Everton, we play Everton, then Galatasaray, then Newcastle straight away. Then we've got Chelsea, you know what I mean? So we got Chelsea, Bournemouth, and then Bayern Munich. So it's peak FC, people. Peak FC. So
Peak FC. Here we go. You know what though? I feel like for me, you know what it is with me. We've got to take it game by game, man. That's just the reality of the situation. We've got to take it game by game. There's no point rushing or looking at situations and be like, oh, we're gonna be this and that. Like we just got to take it game by game and see where we go from there. Because at the minute, you know what I mean, there's no point stressing over anything. We have to take it game by game. I think if we go out of the Champions League, that will be a very, very big situation for United fans. Like to be out of the Champions League so early on, it's going to be the Glazers will feel that, because do you lose money if you go out of the Champions League early? Do you lose
100%? Of course you do. Of course you do, Saeed. Of course you do. You get out of the Champions League Saturday, you lose money. Of course you do. By round, you're in it. You get more money, and you get all of the sponsorship money as well, because all the sponsorships are there everywhere. So you lose.
They'll be begging it to stay in the Europa League then at least.
You lose money from UEFA, and you lose money from the sponsorship. Yeah, of course you do. Listen, I'm not going to lie to you. If we go to Anfield, Maguire and Johnny Evans, it's good night, Vienna.
Good night, Vienna, man. Oh my days, could be another 7-0, mate. You know Ten Hag, by the way. Do you know Ten Hag in that game, by the way, has got to be on point. If he loses that game more than 2 or 3 goals, how do you forgive that again? Like he's got an avenge that fixture list there. He's got to look at that and think, wow, we need to get something from this game. A draw at least.
Yeah. No,
if you lose that game 7-0, oh my god, or even like 3 or 4-0, fans ain't gonna have that, man. Fans ain't gonna have that.
Yeah, big up Jarvis. Yeah, that's got something to do with it as well. But they wanted that, didn't they? They wanted that bringing in it about wasting time. I didn't think people wasted time ridiculously. I think you should book people and send them off 2 yellow cards and Terra for wasting time. But adding on like 10 minutes to games, of course, that's where the fatigue, the level of fatigue hits in it in terms of teams. The fatigue will hit you hard then. So yeah, I don't see, and I don't, It can definitely happen. Big up Jarvis. Make sure you check out Man UFC Realist TV.
Yeah,
big
man.
up to Mick
Come
as
on,
well.
man. Big up, man.
Out there in Thailand, having a whirl of a time.
Yeah, he said
Make
to
sure
us,
you
come and
check out.
visit us, by the way. He said to us, you'd have to come visit us. I said, yeah, man, soon.
Look,
One
honestly,
day.
I'm not lying to you. If I could find a cheap flight, that would
Yeah.
be amazing to go Thailand, mate. Thailand for Crimbo, mate. I
Thailand
would
would be amazing.
Tara, sitting on some island in Thailand for 2 weeks on the beach. We're having a
Oh,
bit of
man.
that, mate. I promise you, Saeed.
We're having it. We're having it.
I would love it. We're having it. We're having it. We're mad for it. If you know, you know, innit? Mank lingo, people. It's the Mank lingo. But yeah, and the last thing, Saeed, is the last question of the show.
Yeah, go for it.
You obviously you've seen it on your timeline.
Yep.
Talk about us cheerleading for Luke Shaw, me and you, Tom, with our pom-poms out, order the new skirts and all that. Hold tight, you know what I mean? Cheerleaders FC is what we are.
Oh.
If we're doing that, I see that you see a lot of cheerleaders for gender class 25%. In your heart of hearts,
Yeah,
and you
man,
understand, from all the reporting that you've seen, how excited are you?
I'm cautiously optimistic. For me, I'm excited by the structure changing because I feel like for me that's something that I think everybody can be united by. But you always got to say is that what control are they going to have? Like that's where for me it comes down to what control are they going to have? Ultimately, that's what it comes. That's what it boils down to, man. You know, you can talk about doing this and doing that, but what say do you have? You know, have you got the keys to do that? Is it a gentleman's agreement? Is it this? Is it that? So I just kind of look at it and I think, you know what, man? I think most of the fan base want positive change, but like we've seen this before. John Myrtle and Richard Arnold were a prime example of that. Remember when they said, right, Matt Judge is leaving, Richard Arnold and these guys are coming in and they're changing the structure of the football club. They're changing it. You know, this is going to happen, but it didn't happen. And that's where
I told everybody he wasn't going to do anything because Glazers run the ship. So Saeed, so what does it give you when they tell you the Glazers from what is reported, allegedly reported, right? This is what the reports is. This is what is alleged by these reports, right? By these absolute xenophobic pricks in the press, yeah. In these but most of them are racist and xenophobic anyway, right? These newspapers, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
You can see how they're against people who are calling for ceasefire in Gaza. It's people lose their humanity. Like Saeed, I'm not lying to you. A lot of people have been on mass. A lot of the British media have been on mass, like cheerleading for the IDF to bomb and kill babies and innocent civilians. It's horrific. So for me, the dehumanization of these people, and it's the same with football. Like they're just xenophobic, so xenophobic and racist. Anyway, I digress. I can go into this, but they said this is what they alleged. They said that the marketing is going to be concentrated by the Glazers. But then I looked at the structure. They said football structure. The head of the football structure is going to be Joe Glazer, David Bracefield, and Jim Ratcliffe. So why is Joe Glazer in charge of the football? Why is he heading the football pyramid? What and why are you so optimistic, knowing that what you know?
Why is he involved as well? We could ask that question as well, already. Why is he involved? Why is he?
Because he's the biggest shareholder, and he wants to continue glazing on it.
Saying, but then if he's saying that he wants to start a new fresh start, etc., then why are you still getting involved? You know what I mean? Let's be honest. Why are you still in around it? Why are you still kind of messing around, etc., etc.? So listen, man, I'm not gonna lie to you. I look at what the structure has come in. There's so many questions on it that is, and this is the thing where you can get easily excited by it, and it's out there and people are loving it and whatnot. But ultimately, you have to read between the lines, Nordin, and the lines are that the Glazers are still part of the committee. If they're still part of the committee, then they're still there to make some big decisions. So, you know what I mean? It's. I think for me, we're just kind of almost repeating ourselves. It's like we have to see it to believe it, man. See it to believe it, and then you know what? We can then move forward. We can then move forward. 100%.
Listen, my last comment of the show before we wrap up. I'll say this to people. For me, Jim Ratcliffe enabled the Glazers to give them funding for them to stay. He is, for me, even worse than the Glazers. So for me, I have zero. The only thing that Jim Ratcliffe can do for a football fan like me, Manchester United's fanatic me, is that he can buy the club fully. Take Manchester United off the New York Stock Exchange and then put the football back into the club. Not put the Manchester in, whatever. Put all of that BS. I'm not here for that. You live in Monaco. You own a company that pollutes the planet. You're one of the biggest frackers in this world. You tax dodge and live in Monaco. So the only way for me that I can be positive in any way about Manchester United is that if you buy the club fully outright. Apparently, Ineos makes 60 billion a year. That's according to Said. Am I wrong or right, Said? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
They make
60 from the obviously the NFL and whatnot. Yeah.
From 60 billion a year apparently they make, right? From the fracking or whatever they do, right?
Yeah.
The chemical company they are. So at the end of the day, why can't you buy the club outright? You can't. So for me, Jim Ratcliffe, me and you're a snake, you're a rat, you are a vulture. You've aided and abetted the Glazers to keep destroying this football club. So for me, Zilt, no negotiations, no sitting, tata, tara, arrivederci, ciao bella, never
ciao bella.
Dos vidania, that's Russian. Hasta luego.
Yeah.
Spanish. You get it in 7-8 languages to say goodbye. I do not, for me. There is nothing you can do for me unless you buy the club outright. Then I might be able to give you an opportunity to think about the club and go, oh, you know what, actually, I'll give him a bit of you've got a clean slate for me. Then let's see. Yeah. I'll judge you on accordingly. But I can't because Joe Glazer is heading the football hierarchy. So why am I getting excited? Why am I getting excited? And hold tight, all the people with the pom-poms, yeah, the cheerleaders. I know who you are. Glazers out, full sail only. That's where I'm at. That's where I will ever be. I've been that for the past 18 years. I'll just go back to that. And for me, Jim the Ratcliffe is just another Glazer. That's all he is. He's gone into bed with the Glazers. So nothing for me. Oh. You can bring whoever you want. You can try to pull one over people's eyes. Not this person. I am undefeated. It's been 20-0. That's what I am. I told everybody for a year. Every news story that came, I said, I don't believe the Glazers are going to sell fully. I told everybody, and everybody went, you're negative. You're negative. No, I'm not negative. Undefeated. Undefeated, mate. Vindicated. That's what's happened, people. And I wish I was wrong, but I wasn't. I got a degree, a PhD in Glazonomics. I know who these vultures are. I know how they move. Blanc, Paul Mitchell, whoever you are, you ain't gonna got control to be able to fix the problems that's needed to fix this football club. You ain't.
100%.
You ain't. And exactly. Well, then why are you giving them the money to them to stay? Have you already seen that? They're getting nearly 700 million, 650 million in their pockets.
But that's what I'm trying to say. They're going to do that every year until they leave, and that's why they're going to get multiple money.
The billion and a bit that he's giving them, that's going 600 of those million are going into their pockets. Behave yourself. Ratcliffe cannot buy the club outright if the Glazers refuse to sell the club. Well, why are you getting involved then? Why are you getting involved? Why?
Yeah.
For me, you're no better or worse than the Elliott Group and all the other Muppet groups in the New York Stock Exchange, all the other vultures.
Facts.
You're no better than them. You're not better than them.
Facts.
So you can bring Tom, Dick, and Harry, and Bob, and Jim, and Ashley down the road. Bring them all. They ain't going to fix the Glazonomics. They ain't going to fix that. Manchester United will still overpay for players and overspend in terms of overspend and overpay wages. And then we will have nobody leaving this football club. You couldn't even get rid of Maguire. You couldn't get even rid of McTominay. You bought the likes of Simmerframe FC, Johnny Evans. And if Varane goes, according to the news this evening, check out on the Straight Jacket podcast, breaking news there, we got it on time, that Varane wants to leave. We've already got his replacement. His name is Johnny Evans. 35 years old.
Yep.
Johnny, I think it's nearly 20. I think it's going to be 36 soon. So 36-year-old Johnny Evans is going to be 36 soon. 36-year-old Johnny Evans replacing Varane and hold tight with that. So you can bring Plank, you can bring whoever you want. Jim the Ratcliffe out, Glazers out. There we go. That's how we have it. And I'll be Blanc out. I'll be Mitchell out. You can bring whoever you want to bring. Ta-da. Ta-da. And I think Manchester United people, The international break's coming to an end. All I'm saying to you all is get in that chair, put the seatbelt on, hold tight, hold tight, hold on and hold
Strap
tight.
in, strap in, man.
People. That's
strap
what's going
in.
to be. Hey, listen, let the people know what you're doing. What we got planned tomorrow.
Yeah,
and the next couple of days.
Big up, man. Make sure you just follow the channel and you'll see it on my community page, man. Big up to everybody who's here, man. Like the video as well. I don't know how many likes we're on, but let's get them likes up, man. It's so important for the channel, for the likes. So hit the like button.
Yeah. But big up to everybody. Love and light. Venezuela want to hold a referendum in part of Guyana to have put troops along the border. Wow. I don't know what that's about. I know one thing about that. The CIA are involved there. US are involved in there, mate. They always want the Venezuela deal, mate. They always want that Venezuela. Why do you think they always want to control Venezuela?
Anywhere where there's money involved and there's a bit
where
of land.
Oil,
I mean, where there's oil, exactly.
Listen, Glazers out, Radcliffe out, everybody out, mate. That's how it is for me. I hold tight. If I'm the last person standing, so be it. But I'm never giving Jim the Radcliffe an inch. Never, mate. Never. But good night. Saeed, love and light. Good luck on Pick 6. Yo, if you want to be entertained, people, go and watch the hilarious Pick 6 FIFA when my guys can't even pass the ball to each other, bro.
Go on, man. Big up, man. Big up.
They can't even pass the ball to. Listen, what do I know? I don't even play computer games, but so I tuned in once when you all guys were playing. I think you were doing well. Then my guys,
I do well.
Kicking the ball out of play.
The other guys are just, I know, man. Some of them are just too bad, man. I do well, man. I do well.
Wrist, by the way. Big up wrist, my brother. Love and light, people. Take care.
Big up, man. Big up.
Take care, people. Take care.
Love.
Nice one, bro.